Start with Joe Haggerty.
Bright light.
Hey, Marshy. So be honest with us. When you let that shot go from that spot on the ice, how good a chance do you think you have of actually scoring?
Yeah, you know what? Obviously not a great one, but any puck, especially in overtime, has a chance to go in. It's always something I think every team talks about going into overtime is can't pass up a shot, and that's another example of it.
What was the mood like for you guys going into OT? You obviously give up that goal in the third period. You'd poured 21 shots on and couldn't get one past them in the third. What was the mood like in the room going into overtime?
We were fine. We've been in tight situations plenty of times, and we have a lot of confidence going into those situations. So, it's unfortunate when you have the period that we had in the third and we weren't able to capitalize. Had a couple really good power plays, a lot of really good looks, and it didn't find the back of the net. But you just want to feed off that momentum, and obviously when you have Tukes back there making the saves that he did in overtime, it gives us that confidence to make the play when time comes.
Dan Roach.
Hey, Brad, just if you could take us through the play from your perspective, what you saw, and then obviously the shot, and how good of a feeling was it for you and your team when you saw it go in?
Yeah, it was a great job by the guys getting the puck out of the zone. They've been out there for a long time and were tired. So Chucky did a really good job at kind of slowing the play down, allowing Curls to change and me to get on the ice and get some space. And then just, again, tried to get it on net and found its way in. But very relieving. It's always good to get that first win in the opposing team's building. But, this one's over. Got to look at the next one now.
Chris Ryan.
Hey, Brad, can you talk about the poise of, three players in overtime, yourself as well as Chucky in that instance with the perfect kind of rush going into the change and Tuukka early on. And Butchie's talked about the fact that these series are very often defined by great players making great plays. And how significant were the three of you, obviously, in the early portion of overtime?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, I just said it. Tukes made some really big saves early on. They had a couple really good looks, and the D really buried down in our zone to get the puck out when the time came. But he kept us in it, give us that extra couple minutes that we needed to get the job done. And Chucky's a very gifted player. He sees the ice very well and is able to slow the game down. Another great example of that, even when he's tired and you're not really thinking straight, you're still able to make a great play and allowed us to get that win.
The win as well, where two games where you could say that you guys carried the play and you go in overtime. How important is that to be up 2-1 and not give them a little extra life in this series?
Yeah, well, I mean, we both teams have had their moments throughout every game where we control the play at times and they control the play at times, and that's where both sides so far. Goalie's been great in keeping the game close. That's playoff hockey. There's going to be times where you got to be able to weather the storm and get out at bad situations where you're not playing the greatest. But there's been a lot of times where both teams have had to do that in this series, and we knew it was going to be a long series. They're a great team. They compete hard and they're very structured defensively. So, they're very, very good team at responding, and we expect that again next game.
Jimmy Murphy.
Hey, Brad, how you doing?
Good, bud. Yourself?
Good. Just your thoughts on that high sticking call on you. I mean, from the replays I saw, it didn't seem like you really touched him much there. What was your thoughts?
I didn't see the replay. It was an accidental one. He kind of pushed me. I was just trying to push him back, and stick kind of slid up. So I really can't comment on what, how it hit him or if it hit him or not, but my stick definitely got high. So anytime your stick gets high, it makes it easy for you to call. You might have sold it a little bit, but anyone's going to do that in that situation. That's part of the game. And guys just did a great job of killing it off.
And just to follow up, obviously there's a lot of talk about the crowd there, much like the crowd in Boston. It was going to be raucous, and it was crazy. But it seems like you and kind of the veteran core, Patrice, Krejci, whatever, you kind of feed off that and really take pride in sort of silencing them. Is that something you guys look to do, and how did you feel you achieved that?
Well, I just think that everybody right now on both teams, we're excited to have fans back in the building. It doesn't matter if you're at home or if you're on the road. it's an exciting time to play. And when you come in a building and they are loud, they were loud tonight. I'll give them credit. They were loud. Our building was loud too, but it's just fun to be in front of people again. I mean, I mean, you guys all know we've been through a lot the last year, and we're excited to get back to normalcy. And it's amazing having the crowd back in it. It's really what makes playoffs. I mean, when you're at home, the momentum swings you get off of that, and how loud and hard it is to play an opposing team's building. That's what you get home ice for. That's why home ice matters so much. It's not the same when, I mean, you're seeing it out in Canada right now. It's not the same. Home ice doesn't matter when you don't have fans in the crowd. So it's just, it's exciting to be in a building when it is that loud. And we're just having fun right now.
Last one, Anthony.
Hey, Brad, obviously you guys lose, Brandon there. When you lose a defenseman in the middle of the game, I mean, obviously we know what that does, for the D core, but as forwards, what does that do for you guys? Does that force you to kind of change up, maybe a little bit what you're doing, through the neutral zone, getting back, what does that, how does that affect you guys?
I think it's more just being aware of the situation where D are going to play more minutes. They're going to play heavy minutes, and guys are going to get double shifted. So you have to know when guys need a change. Make sure you get pucks in deep. That's really what it is. You just want to get back, maybe help them break out a little bit cleaner. But yeah, anytime you lose a guy, it's hard, and hopefully Brandon will be all right and bounce back quick.